Hey there, Regina Andler here, and it is time for the AI Spotlight. And this week, I want to tell you about my favorite research tool. It's called Perplexity. You may have heard me talking about it before. It's my go to research tool. And we're going to go right into a demo here because I really want you to see the power behind Perplexity. Now, why not ChatGPT or Claude? Because they do have access to the internet now, and you know they can look stuff up. And ChatGPT now I know does give you the, the resources where it found stuff if you're asking it for information. However, it doesn't always do that. So Perplexity is basically like it's like the next level Google. So think about when you're using Google, Safari, whatever browser you use, DuckDuckGo, whatever browser you're using to search the internet. When you think about that tool, what do? You go out and you type something in and you say, how many current users are there on Facebook today? Maybe that's the question that you ask. And Facebook will come up and depending on what screen you're seeing, most of the time now everybody sees that little AI summary on top. And then it's all these different links. And if you want to find information about those links, you've got to go and click in and out of every one. Well, Perplexity takes all of that, and what it does is it summarizes all those links, gives you the best of the best for whatever it is that you're asking for. And then it has a little thing at the end so you can actually go to the source where it found it from. Now, I always want to throw in that little disclaimer, the caveat of garbage in, garbage out. Everything on the internet is not true. Uh, Contrary to popular belief, everything on the internet is not true. So be careful what you're finding on the internet and do your research. That's where Perplexity comes in really handy. So over here, let's just try that one. How many, we'll say active users are there on Facebook today? And watch what Perplexity does. So now Perplexity is going to go out and it's going to scour the internet just like Google does to find the information. And you see, here's the answer. So as of September 2025, Facebook has approximately 3.065 billion monthly active users worldwide, making it the most widely social media platform globally. Now, here's where it gets really good. It gives you some related stuff because maybe you're doing some research. Maybe you're creating a new lead magnet. Maybe you're looking up some research for some posts that you're doing, or a blog that you're writing, an article that you're writing, an email that you're sending out. Maybe you want some stats on something. You can come in here and it will give you the basic information, give you some other stuff because, here it's like, what's the daily current active user, the current active user on Facebook, what countries have the largest Facebook user bases. It'll give you some ideas to yeah. Tripping over my tongue today. to get even deeper into what you're researching. And then right here, check this out. This is the sources. So this is the sources page where it tells you where it got the information. So backlink O, Sprout Social, Statista again, Data Reportal, 99firms.com. Here are all the different places where it actually pulled those stats from. And then it's just like going on Google. You could go in and find out, oh, what's this? What's this information? Again, just like Google, a lot of the times, the most relevant one is on the top. So if you're going out and you're saying, well, I need to go out and find the statistics, if maybe you're creating some kind of lead magnet and it is about, we'll say, I know one of my clients does this. So she works with stroke survivors and survivors of traumatic brain injuries. I really can't talk today. So maybe I want some statistics on strokes. So I can say, What are some relevant statistics on stroke? And we're going to say stroke survivors. Apparently, I can't spell today either. All right, there we go. So maybe I'm looking to do a lead magnet and I want some information. So here it goes. It's out there searching everything. And it just gave me a ton of information. Now, if you look at each one of these, at the end of them, there's the link of where it went. So I asked it specifically to give me statistics. And it gave me a whole bunch: global and national, outcomes and recovery, long-term disability and complications, economic input. And here you go. It even gave us a summary table for that. Now, if you're writing a lead magnet that you want to send out to people and you want to have up-to-date current statistics, this is your go-to tool right here. Instead of you spending hours, it took me like literally 30 seconds or less, even with my typos, to put this out here, right? And again, it tells you where it got it from. So this one here got it Life After Stroke from Northwestern Medicine. This one here, Know the Stroke Signs and Save Lives from the American Heart Association. This one here, again, American Heart Association. World Stroke Organization and Impact of Stroke, World Stroke, I'm guessing that's organization. It gives you all the information. So if you decide, okay, I just wanted the stats, I'm good. I have everything I need. I'm just going to go write my article, write my blog, write my lead magnet. I'm good. Or maybe you're like, I want to drill down because I want to do something very specific and say, okay, depression at 3 months post-stroke. Interesting, right? Maybe you want to go and look at that and say, okay, well, what is that all about? And so you can open that up and get the information for where that came from and see, oh, maybe I want to even further niche down my information and make it even more pointed and focused on a specific piece of information for strokes. This is why I love this tool so much. All you need to do, and honestly, I use the free version of Perplexity. There is a paid version. I use the free version. I really only use it for going out and doing research. So I'm not out there constantly. You can see I've got a huge library of things that I've looked up. And all you need to do is put your question in there, just like you're putting it into Google. And in seconds, you will have the information instead of, we'll say, minutes, and they could be some long minutes if you do it in Google or your whatever browser, Safari, DuckDuckGo, Explorer, whatever you're using. There's so much information out there on the internet that's available that if you just do a standard Google check at this point, you're going to get pages and pages and pages. And I don't know about you, but I don't really scroll past the first page of the Google results. There is some gold to be found in those later pages of the Google results that you aren't even seeing because you're not going there. So if you go and say you Google that same question and you get to the bottom of the search, the initial search page, it'll tell you that there's more. If you click on that, it'll give you a whole bunch of more references. Usually, depending on what you're searching for, if there's a lot of information, you might have a third page, you might have a fourth page, a fifth page. Do you really want to go through all of those pages of information to find what you're looking for? This tool here actually takes care of it for you. I got to go this way. This tool here takes care of that for you. And it parses out all of the information, making it super easy to see and understand, and then gives you all of the resources so that all you need to do is pull what you want and you're good to go. This is one of my past searches. Are women-owned businesses still considered a minority? Well, here you go. They're not classified. Women-owned businesses are no longer classified as minority-owned. They used to be. Now they're not because there's so many of us women out here with businesses. So if you're doing anything that you need to do research on, Perplexity.ai is your go-to tool to get you all of the information that you need so that you can then build whatever it is that you want to build for content from there. So that's my AI spotlight for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.